Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REV'IT Poseidon GTX Gore-Tex Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. So the Poseidon is the new top of the food chain from REV'IT. We've seen it take a lot of the DNA that REV'IT had previously done with the Defender, with the Everest, and now you have a truly 4-season jacket, whereas the Everest in its predecessor was really 3-season cold weather. It didn't have the great ventilative properties, even though it did have those big Gore lockout zippers. Now you see a fully Goretex certified garment that's using the latest, greatest ventilation technology from REV'IT. So we've always had the Defender with a lot of liners to drop and a lot of ventilation. Now the Poseidon is standing on the shoulders of the Aqua Defense system and really leads with 7 vents. So you have your removable thermal layer, you have your baked-in Gore-Tex layer, which passes the on-road test, and then using this Fidlock magnetic system, you now have a neodymium magnet using this Fidlock connector, which very simply and easily allows you to expose. And again, that's simple. It's not going to remove. You can actually slide it down like that to pull it out. But what it's going to do is expose these big 3D mesh panels and allow you to suck dramatic amounts of air into the jacket. There's also another first with this jacket. It's now, for the first time, using a direct vent to the arm that also has a direct exhaust vent as well. So you can see it on both sides here, where air will come in, circulate, and pass through. There's one more vent on the back I'm going to show you when I turn Joe backwards. So remember, 4-season functionality, thermal, your waterproof breathability, and the Gore shell is built in here, and then you have these new Aqua Defense pockets with the Fidlock style neodymium magnets. Don't use them if you have a pacemaker. I'm not joking. You know, there are strong magnets to keep everything in place and make it so you don't have to fumble with Velcro. You don't have to find it. There's no snaps to find. They just lock themselves in places. And we've seen Ruka use that technology. We've seen Bell use it in the Bell Rogue helmet, and now we're seeing REV'IT lock in on it. But this is proprietary and patented with this Aqua Defense system from REV'IT. Now, before I walk through any of the other features on this ridiculously technical piece from REV'IT, let's talk about Joe's sizing. Joe's wearing a size large, 6 foot, 195, about a 41-inch chest, right in that range. The large is going to fit him no problem, and he does have the thermal liner, and you can see him start to sweat. That is baked in right now, and it is removable, fully removable. So that gives you an idea of the fitting. I'm going to call this American cut. It's not overly American. It's not extra boxy. It's not that baggy cut we've seen REV'IT do in a couple products over the last few years, but it's also not that European crazy cut that REV'IT did maybe 3-4 years ago as well. This should be spot on. If you wear a large, you should wear a large. Joe's a large. This large fits him spot on in most gear. So taking a step back there, love to hear your comments, your questions. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV. Let's dive into the garment. I talked to you about the ventilation system, and again, I'm going to show you when he turned Joe backwards here. I'm going to show you the back vent. But again, look how simple that works. Very slick, very easy. Let's talk about protection. It's a Gore-rated material, 600D outer shell. It's going to be a mixture of 2 and 3 layers depending on the area of the garment. Again, it's bonded with the Gore material. You also have some other things going on here. Turn the face away from me, Joe. Stop right there, actually, on the 45. I'm going to show you Sas-Tec armor in the shoulders as well as the elbow. It's a molecular armor. It becomes rigid upon impact. When your body heat warms it up a little bit, very comfortable, moves with you. Lots of big, tasteful areas of reflectivity here on the Poseidon. Now, you do see we see our super fabric, tiny laser welded ceramic plates, 14 times more abrasion resistant than leather, and you see that up here on the shoulder. You see it up here on the elbow, and I think I said leather, actually 14 times more abrasion resistant than Kevlar, I believe. But again, that's for sliding, and you can see if you come in here really tightly, it's like chainmail at a tiny micro level that allows you to slide, skip across the ground. We already talked about the way that the ventilation is done, this new style ventilation. Nice 3-layer Gore-Tex stretch, which is a very nice upgrade here on the backs of the arms. You see it a little bit around the backs of the shoulder blades as well. Now, if I lift Joe's arm up, you're going to see the cinching. We've seen this style cinching before. It works really well. And also now there's a hand warmer pocket that actually is fleece lined behind that waterproof pocket. Turn the face away from me, Joe. Fully backwards. There you go. Go ahead, keep going around and stop. Moving towards the back. Tasteful reflectivity to offset with this red accent. You see our Bar-Tack stitching done in red. Again, a nice style piece. And you're going to have that neoprene around the top of the collar. Here's my 7th vent, my mythical back vent that allows the exhaust out the back, and then a big enough waterproof pocket here, a rabbit pouch with spring-loaded snaps. Remember, REV'IT uses spring-loaded snaps and YKK zippers throughout. And you're going to see this pouch here to take your thermal liner when you are moving it out. If you decide you want to you want to change the function of this jacket on the fly. Come back around to the front for me, Joe. I want to break it open. Now, looking up here at the cuff, there's a lot going on here. You have your 5-position set it and forget it slider from REV'IT. It also has the collar loop back, so if you're riding in warmer weather, you're able to bring it back. As I start to open the jacket, you're going to notice right here, these are for the high-vis vest, which REV'IT sells, that integrates perfectly. You're also going to notice when I open it, there's an extra set of zippers. That's for the Challenger liquid cooling vest insert right here. So you have the ability to put that cooling vest in. REV'IT was one of the first guys in the market to do integrated cooling products. Check it out. It's their Hypercool line. Stuff works really, really well through evaporative cooling. Now, if I open it up, Trico liner. It's never going to get in the way. And the beauty of this is it's a circumferential 360-degree zip. You can see it's this red zip. This is my thermal liner. It comes up and across the back of Joe's neck, allows him to zip it out and turn this jacket into summertime or really warmer season riding mode. Notice mesh on the inside. It also has pockets and a Vislon YKK zip that's going to allow you to connect it to the pants that Joe is wearing, which are the Poseidon GTX pants. Bring it down. The other cool thing about this, and remember, the waterproof breathable Gore-Tex layer is actually baked into the outer shell, non-removable, so notice the finishing details. Big rain gutter that goes all the way down, creating a great seal against Mother Nature in a bomb-proof product that's very protective, uses the latest and greatest from an armor standpoint. But again, my favorite part is you have a Gore shell, which now allows that great ventilation through your Aqua Defense Fidlock or your Aqua Defense system with your Fidlock style magnetic openers. So, the next step in your journey, remember we have a full pants breakdown video that you can watch us break down the pants for you as well. The next step in your journey is to click right here, read other rider reviews at RevZilla.com about the Poseidon GTX. Remember, it's like the big brother of the Defender, big brother of the Neptune GTX in that shell configuration. Remember, we ship for free. And as always, if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the Poseidon GTX. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.